All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. In this video, we're going to be speaking about BrainTrust. A friend of mine asked me about it. We're going to be doing some technical analysis to try and see what's going on with the price. And I thought, why not? Let's just have some fun. So, BrainTrust allows you to access the world's best freelance jobs. Honestly, I'm not really sure what it does, but it seems to be quite exciting, even for myself. It kind of makes me think of TopTal, but with some crypto coin behind it. But that's why we're here. We're for the coin. We're for the BTRST is on Coinbase. Woohoo! All right. So the biggest problem of a coin being released newly is that it's a bit hard to do technical analysis on it. So first of all, let's just see this BrainTrust. We're on CoinMarketCap. We cannot trade it everywhere. Like I've tried most of these links, it just don't work. It's only available on Uniswap. As you can see, it actually was released on the 21st of September. That's like literally 3 days ago. And we have a lot of volume on the 22nd and 23rd. We're going to see why there's a lot of volume over here. I tried to look at Hit BTC, but it's just ugly. Like there's no volume. Like 2022 on the 20th, that's like nothing. So let's just try and be constructive. The goal of this video is to try and analyze what happened with the price, what is going on right now, what could happen in the future. And honestly, I mean, it's not financial advice. And honestly, I'm a bit blind myself because when we open the chart, that's how it looks like. And I don't know. I mean, I could feel like buying over here, but I'm not sure. Anyway, so before we get into technical analysis, there's something very interesting right here that I want to look at. Is that, well, in both cases, we're looking at Coinbase. Here we're looking at BTRSTUSD, and here we're looking at BTRSTUSD. We're both looking at daily time frames. And that is very interesting. This is very weird. Like the USD price started at 11, whereby the USD price started at like around 25. And that's actually the case for every other fiat pair, if I'm not mistaken. So all the pairs started at around whatever that is, whereby the USD only started here. And this is very interesting. Why? Because if you just look at something like that, well, it feels like we went down. So now we're kind of in a downtrend. But if you look at this over here, it's kind of different because it seems like we want a double, triple bottom in this area, which could be an area to rebound and go up. Interesting. But the only way to really gauge is to just go on shorter time frames. But before I'm gonna do that, let's stick to USD. We'll put the watch list over here. We'll switch on an hourly. As you can see here, we're going on an hourly. I'll remove the default ones we have here with the candles. All right. Oops. Sorry. Go back to bars. All right. Now, here's the thing. If I look at this, from a moving average perspective, from everything perspective, it's just a downtrend, right? Because we have this high, we have this high, we have this high, we have this high, we have this double top over here, we have another high here, another high here, another high here. Every time we're doing a low, we have this attempt, it's like, oh, giving some people hope with a 25% upward move. The boring day in crypto. But at no point we seem to be reversing. The moving averages are down. The all the higher highs, the lower highs are not being broken. So everything seems to be going up. But that's where things are interesting. We take a price action here. We switch back to normal price action, and we could see that it came down. All right, this is still bearish. Now it's up here, and this, ladies and gentlemen, the next 2-3 hours when you're going to be out partying, if it's your time zone to party, that's going to be important. Because what the price is trying to do really here is to say, well, if that is worth anything, we're going to have buyers here wanting to defend this level. If they want to defend it, they need to break the moving average, then break another moving average, and come back to here. As long as this level of $12.5 is not broken, by broken I mean we just went up, we came down, we closed, and then we're like, we're still in the bear market. There's just no need to worry about it. We're still going to go down. And potentially, what could happen here, which would be very scary for bulls, is that, because you have a rising wedge, and now you want to probably break to the downside, especially that you're coming back at the potential support, it's not even confirmed support, breaking down. And don't forget that this level over here is where our daily started. Yeah, that's where the daily started. So this is also, remember when I told you where the price started at 11? So we're in this area. It's a very important area that's being debated. Now, there's one thing we need to take into account is that the overall market right now, if we take Bitcoin, for example, take Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not doing well. Bitcoin is going down And the 21st, this is essentially what, so like it's kind of a bad timing for you to go on Coinbase when the overall market is not really happy because yeah, everyone is selling. So if BTRST went on Coinbase, I would say maybe 2 months ago, it could have been fine relatively, but yeah, the overall market is just very bearish, unfortunately. Let's return to BTRST though. I think there's something that's important to note, and because some people, might be want to do that, is like you want to look at level 2s, which is essentially your depth of market, which some people love to trade with. Sorry, I'm just doing some configuration here. This is what we have over here. This is the DOM. We could see it there. So just to give you a quick idea, the price is at this level. It's like at 10.267. This is the current latest price at which the market is at. We have our bid and ask, as we can see in this like area here. And we have here our orders. You can notice there's a massive order waiting here at 10.1. 10.1 is there. I mean, 10.1 is a bit psychological. I kind of wonder if it is exactly 10.1. Yeah, it's actually right around there. 10.18. Oh, 10.11. I don't know if that's a fat finger thing or not. Trying to drill down. Anyway, sorry, I was trying to drill down over here to try and see where exactly was the big order sitting. But if we just stick to these 2 digits after the, after the 0, we see that there's a. Let's stick to. No, my bad. I apologize again. Yeah, we have a. Maybe 1 digit. Yeah, we have 1 digit. This is where we can see it. Like we have a very big defense that seems to want to be made here, but we also have 10K waiting at 10.5, and 10.5 is here, which like hello is your moving average on the hourly. Very interesting. So there might be a fight over there, but at the same time it could be an attraction because if I'm not mistaken, if you were to draw a Fibonacci here, 10.1 roughly is half of this area, which is also the 61.8. Without getting too technical, I mean, there's a potential where the price might go down, but actually double bottom here and then go up again. Now, again, I personally don't like looking at the order book, and I don't like looking at orders here because it's more like playing poker, as far as I'm concerned. These orders are sitting, but once the price comes to them, they could just like, poof, disappear. And I've seen that happening before. So, yeah, without further ado, let me try and recap here. BrainTrust just went, let's call it public, on Coinbase on the 15th of September. Sorry, my bad. What am I missing here? Oh, because on Uniswap it was on the 21st. So it went up all the way to $40 after opening at 11. Now it's back down to 11. So when you do the math, this is going down 75%. It's painful. And now we seem to be going in an interesting area where the price might want to actually build a rectangle. If it does, that's actually pretty interesting. Yeah, this is kind of bullish. If it does not, if this area here fails to just go to the upside and we lose this low, it means we have more bearish continuation. It means this was only a way for people to reload or try and sell again a bit more and put downward pressure. And my biggest concern for BTRST, I mean, it could be a great company or not. I mean, I don't really know, like many coins and lots of things in the markets. We don't really, fundamentals don't necessarily mean much when the overall market is not happy. And one last thing I wanna point out is that not only did Bitcoin go down, but if you look also at the traditional markets, that's not really looking good. We also have here like a breakdown that happened. That was on the 20th. So it's kind of interesting to see that on the 20th, the Nasdaq, sorry, I didn't say the Nasdaq here, Nasdaq futures were going down on the daily chart, and Bitcoin was also going down on the 21st. Like right here, we have 2 massive bear bars, sorry, of like almost 15% on Bitcoin. And that's roughly when BTRST comes into the equation, and it's like everyone seems to be selling. So it doesn't really matter if you have great fundamentals, but if the markets are actually not looking good, then everything seems to be a bad thing. Which could be interesting for you because, I mean, if you happen to have been to have some BTRST because for some reason you were an early investor, whatever it is, then it could be tricky because you might be afraid that you will be losing your initial investment or like you'll be leaving money on the table. However, if you're someone who's new, I mean, you could actually say that you might want to start buying and DCAing on the way down here. But again, the problem is like there's no level to fight against. There's no level to defend. Like if I'm on Bitcoin, I might say, yeah, I want to buy here, and at this point, I want to buy at this point, and then my average would be here, then I keep on buying, maybe. But with BTRST, you just we have nothing, which is a bit tricky. So yeah, that's about it. I hope this video is useful. If you do, don't forget to leave a comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you soon in another video. Cheers.